There's so much sushi. There's so much wasabi in my throat. Ah. Exciting. Good morning, my wild and beautiful friends. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so excited. Today we are finally taste testing the infamous on TikTok and Instagram Z-Star sashimi. We've got the tuna and the salmon. I ordered them from gtfoitsvegan.com. I believe it's the only place you can get it in the States right now. I also got some cashew butter that's very nicely wrapped here and a bonus chocolate pudding that was amazing. I've never ordered food that needs to stay cold through the mail before, so this was interesting, but everything came perfectly cold. Those ice packs were nice and solid. This obviously isn't real fish, so it's not as scary to have come in the mail. But that's the salmon. And then this is the tuna. I got it pretty late at night, so we're going to wait till the next day and give it a try a couple different ways. Ooh, I'm so excited. I just got off work, pulled these little guys out of the fridge. I'm going to start with the tuna here. Even just holding the package and looking at these little fillets, it's eerily accurate. They've got the marbling. It feels soft like a fillet. I don't know if soft's the right word. Tell me if you can think of the right word for salmon, like gummy, fleshy, I guess. I don't know if I like using that word, but it does look fleshy. It's kind of crazy. So I'm going to see how it cuts. It already feels like what I remember a fillet of fish feeling like. And here's a little close-up of us cutting it. Cuts through quite easily, and I think also kind of on the accurate side. This tuna, I'm going to save a couple slices for our little sashimi pieces to try, but then I'm going to cube up some so we can marinate it to make a little poke style bowl. So I've got our little cubes here. And I'm going to make a super simple marinade. I've just got 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. You can, of course, use liquid aminos as well. I'm going to add about a half a tablespoon of rice wine vinegar as well. And for just a little kick, so we're a little bit more on the spicy tuna poke bowl side of things, I'm going to add a bit of sriracha. I kind of eyeballed it, but I think we're about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon, depending on how spicy you like things. So I'm just squirting it in there, and we're going to mix it around and let this marinate for about a half an hour. Then we'll be ready to build our poke bowls and do a bit of taste testing. So I did set aside a few slices of our tuna to try nigiri style, and that's what I'm going to do with this salmon here. This one looks even more accurate. I feel like the marbling's a little bit more natural looking than the tuna. There we have it. Very fleshy again. I'm going to slice it up, slices just like the tuna does. And we'll assemble our little nigiri plates. I think I'm going to do, yeah, here's a little close-up of what the texture looks like. I was smelling it to see if it smelled fishy. It doesn't really smell fishy, but look at that. It's kind of crazy. So we just kind of layered these on a plate here. I've got some black sesame seeds to make it pretty. We're going to use some pickled ginger and wasabi. And this is ready to go. Now we can assemble our poke bowls. So our tuna has been marinating. You can see it picked up that color from the soy sauce. It's looking really good. Got some sushi rice here. I'm going to fill up our bowl and then just add a bunch of vegetables, things I have on hand. You can kind of add whatever you'd like. I'm not super experienced in making poke bowls for obvious reasons, but I believe radishes and cucumber and avocado, green onion are really popular. Edamame as well. I had some cucumbers on hand, some avocado, these little sweet peppers that I thought would be a pretty color. Got our green onion, some pickled ginger, and of course the star of our show, our Z-Star tuna that's been marinated. I also sprinkled a bit of black sesame seeds on top. It's looking quite gorgeous. I'm very excited to try it. Let's do it. Okay guys, taste test. Here we go. I'm going to do just a plain salmon by itself. So it's very salmon-y, wiggly. Interesting. The texture is so there. It bites through a little bit better than I remember. has a tiny fishiness to it, but honestly, I think it's more texture than flavor. I'm gonna try it with a little bit of wasabi and soy that we have on our little sashimi plate here. Let's see what a little seasoning does. Ooh, okay. Ooh, wasabi. That's better. I think it maybe needs the flavor of something else that would go with sushi to kind of trick your brain a little bit. That's what I'm gathering from the first bite, at least. Now I've just got one of our little pokey tunas by itself because I just want to see what it tastes like on its own. That's a little more like tuna. It's a little more fishy. Oh, this is so bizarre, you guys. You almost have to get it just for the experience. Wow, okay. Poke bowl. I go in, these have been marinating for a while here. Got our sesame seeds on here. Hey, that's really good. It's really weird. I feel like I'm eating sushi, feeling a little bit strange about it. With the spiciness of the sriracha and the vinegar and soy sauce combo, that's pretty spot on. I mean, I know it's been quite a few years since I've eaten raw fish or fish in general, but if my memory serves me correctly, this is pretty darn close. Okay, it's good. So here's the question, is it worth it? Right now, I think the GTFO, it's a vegan website, is the only place in the US so you can get it. There's a $40 minimum of orders. Granted, there is so much fun stuff that you can order that I've never even seen the brands before, so that was really fun. But it gets kind of pricey. It's also, well, to get both types of the sashimi, and I added a cashew butter because it was a good price and I had to get to the $40 minimum. For those three things, it was $70. So yes, it's good. It's a fun novelty item. It tastes good. Nutritionally, there's not much going on there. I will put up on the screen what it looks like per serving. So if you want to like do something fun and different, absolutely. And absolutely, if you're craving fish texture and just don't want to have to eat fish and need something to satisfy that craving, then I so recommend it. It's really good, but it is a little bit pricey. And I think COVID had something to do with it, but it said it was 2-day shipping and it took about 5 days for it to actually ship out. So it took a little bit longer, but it did come totally great. It was still very cold. All of the ice packs, as you saw in the unboxing part of the video, were still frozen solid, so everything was great. It just took a little bit longer. I do think that I like the tuna a little bit better than the salmon. The tuna had a little bit more flavor. They both had creepily accurate textures though, so if you're in the mood for trying something that seems like sushi and you're ordering from that website, GTFO, it's vegan anyway, then I say go for it. And that, my friends, is my 2 cents on the Z-Star vegan tuna and salmon sashimi. Get that out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you're all staying safe and healthy, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Cheers.